Welcome back to Better Kansas City. Halloween is a few weeks away, and if you're throwing a party, why not serve a standout snack? We met up with the Penelope the Pumpkin Princess from the Storybook Forest, where they specialize in all things that are fun for kids. And any Halloween party is going to have treats to eat, so we've brought in Penelope the Pumpkin Princess to show us something that's fun for adults to make and kids to eat.
That's right. So for any Halloween party, you're going to want to have mummy dogs. They're super cute, they're a good filler, and it's not candy. Sorry, dentists. Now, what you need for them is a hot dog, dough, egg wash, and all you do is bake it.
Okay, so let's get started because we gotta have some fun making these.
All right. We have rolled the dough out from a dough roll with our roller here, and then you cut it with a pizza cutter. So it's nice thin slices. You take your strings, and then you wrap them around a hot dog like this. And you do them kind of loose and crisscrossy so that they look like little mummy wraps, just like that.
Okay, and do you have any tips from all the experience you have making these?
Oh yeah, sure. Well, you want to stretch the dough a little bit so it becomes kind of thin and thick in different places and looks like real bandages. You start with that, and then you've got the body of the mummy, and then you take a piece that you've cut in half, like this string here, and you make a little hat on top. And so you'll wrap, and you kind of smush the dough into itself, like this.
So I'm still working on my head wrap, but I also would like to ask you about the backstory behind Penelope, because your costume is amazing.
Thank you. Well, this is my royal dress. I wear this in the pumpkin patch at the Storybook Forest, so that's where we have all of our parties and where all of me and my friends live. Once we're done with our wraps, we can put these here on the pan. And to do an egg wash, all you do is mix up an egg, take a brush and brush it on like this. Make sure that that covers the dough, keeps it protected in the oven, especially because you need a little bit of flour sometimes when you roll out this dough, or it'll stick to your pin. It's gonna be so yummy. And they're simple and so cheap. This is probably $6, $8 worth of stuff right here. Very affordable. And so we'll pop this right in. The oven is hot, so watch your fingers. And we'll go right into the oven. 18 to 20 minutes should be all you need.
And now that these are out of the oven, is there any last decorating we do?
Yes, so they're not fully ready because mummies need to have their big scary red eyes, right? We've all seen the mummy. So what we're gonna do is you wanna take ketchup or maybe mustard or barbecue sauce. I'm gonna take sriracha because I like something a little spicy. And you come down here and you do 2 little dotted eyes.
So these are so much fun to just have around and of course to eat too.
Oh, they're tasty.
Well, coming up, Penelope the Pumpkin Princess shows us how to dress up your door for Halloween. Bill? Well, Penelope the Pumpkin Princess has decorated many doors for Halloween in the Storybook Forest. Here are her tips on dressing your door in 5 easy steps. So you have to be wearing a witch's hat to help set the scene for Halloween. And Penelope, you've already gotten started with this beautiful door decoration that is also very scary.
Oh yeah, so for Halloween, it's super crucial to make sure your front door looks ready to go so that little trick-or-treaters can identify that your house has the good candy.
Yeah.
Now,
how would we stretch this?
Well, I started with a spider net. You can get these anywhere. It's just a big old ball of fiber and you just pull it from corner to corner and you twist it and turn it and sort of stick it onto different sharp edges. That fiber will just stick anywhere. And any little bag of spiders at any Halloween store will cover your spider web and make it spooky.
And I bet if you didn't have the spiders, you could almost put leaves in to help mix in that fall feel.
It looks like I left this outside and it already got some.
Okay, so now what should we move on to next?
Well, let's see. So behind me, I've just gotten started on my hay bale. So in my corner here, I take a little fake hay bale that you can get at any decoration store. Just turn the label to the back and leave the plastic and it'll last for years and years. It won't get wet if it gets rained on, kind of a little decorating secret for Halloween.
That's great.
I like to stack my pumpkins and level them so that they're multicolored and they have a little bit of height instead of just lining them all up in a row.
And Penelope, you have this wonderful spider.
Oh yeah, he's so fun. So I want to hang him up in a place where he'll be super visible because he has little lights in his legs. So at night you'll be able to see him super clearly. And of course, I'll probably, when it gets darker, I'll get some string lights and weave them through those bars to make it extra lit and nice and glowy. Floral is super fun. I like doing fall flowers and little decorative bits there. So I've got these. We can stick those anywhere. I've got some nice dead plants here now that the season is done. And you can stick these in real dirt or in just a false pot. And they make kind of a fun little sort of fantasy look.
And you have this lovely floral blend and also some wheat or something that definitely makes us feel like it's fall. where do you want to put these?
Let's go in the same place. So I've got a couple of dormant pots here with some dead plants that we're just not doing anything with until next spring. So let's get these in the dirt here.
So I'd just like to say how lovely the pumpkins and the orange flowers go together, and it really helps set the mood, especially if some of those plants have been brought inside or maybe they're not blooming right now.
Right.
And for a finishing touch, how about a witch?
Oh, perfect. That would match your hat. You blend right in. How about you sit on the porch?
Yeah.
How long can you hang out?
Oh, we'll have to check that out.
Well, let's see. So for a little witchy touch, a lot of these dolls you can get at Halloween stores or even thrift stores. A lot of these old decorations, you can find these and a lot of other holiday decorations, thrifting, getting them super cheap, those types of places. That's exactly where I go for a lot of my stuff.
Well, in just a little bit, see how to create costumes from thrift store finds.
Now, Rose Watkins, owner of the Storybook Forest, knows how to create great costumes.
Well, let's take a look at how she crafted a very artsy costume from clothes she found at a thrift store. You mean to tell me that this entire costume were actually just plain men's clothing items?
Yeah, I find a lot of my materials at thrift stores because you need to be thinking affordable. Especially this costume here, which is now Vincent van Gogh, the French painter, of course. Started out as just men's pieces that I altered a little bit and painted to look like a real-life version of his impressionist self-portrait. This was really a pinstripe suit, and then with acrylic paint, I painted a blue backdrop to create a base texture, and then did thousands of individual strokes with a few different colors of paint and to create highlighted and shadowed areas just like he would. So you think like what you're trying to create. So I was trying to create an artist, so I had to think like an artist, specifically Van Gogh, which is a very big pair of shoes to fill as a designer.
How do you find that extra step that this is going to be something really special for a costume?
Well, there's two ways you can make a costume. You can start with a concept and then go hunting for materials and try to find things that match your concept, or you just go look around and then you see something and go, oh, that reminds me of this. And then you go from that piece and then you start picking from that. So there's two different points of origin and both of them get you to a cool costume. Something that I recommend is pulling a prom dress, maybe like this one, a pretty blue, and turning it into a Cinderella dress or maybe the Good Fairy. And it's already made. You didn't have to really put anything together. That's it. All you need is a tiara and maybe some makeup and you're a princess. Easy to go. Let's see. Something that I think is going to be fun for this year that I've been seeing a lot of is these old wedding dresses. Can you guess what these are for?
Well, I think that, you could always be a runaway bride, you could be the bloody bride, but
Oh, yeah.
Is there something like maybe a little bit easier that you wouldn't have to ruin the white for?
Right. So I love these types of dresses, especially for the fabric as a designer, because I will just cut that right out and reuse it. But for a Halloween costume, I think this is a primo, awesome Bride of Frankenstein dress.
Wow.
You do the green makeup and the big tall black wig with the white lightning stripe up the top and get your seams and everything going on your makeup, and then all you have to do is pop this on. You don't have to ruin it or cut it or do any bloody makeup on it, and you can use it again for something else later.
Well, you can find Penelope and other princesses and characters from the Storybook Forest online. They're also on Instagram, Facebook, so it's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm a little. Where did she say she found that wedding dress at? Was that another thrift store find?
Thrift store.
People just
People, use your knowledge. Go out.
That's right.
Get some of this stuff.
Well, I used to have a jacket that looked like that she was using, but anyway, I don't
Be
know.
Vincent van Gogh for Halloween.
I'll take my ear off and we'll get a bottle of what's the stuff the absinthe, and we'll be good to go.